Good morning, beautiful people. I was just thinking something. I'm noticing, sometimes when there are huge life changes, big devastations, it also leaves the door open for big comebacks and new starts. And I'm finding that, as I share my own story of the big change, that I've gone through, what ends up happening is other people share their stories with me. And what that does is it makes you realize that everybody's always kind of going through something. And one, you realize, okay, I'm definitely not alone. But you also realize that this is the year of the comeback. What I'm seeing in my own personal life is family that was spread apart is now all coming back together. And sometimes one person and their energy can change the entire dynamic of the family or whatever that is, a friend group or whatever. Everything can change with one simple person having a major life change that affects so many other people. And I'm finding that it's like building blocks to a new beginning. It's like all these different things are happening, and it's all lining up, in synchronicity. In our family that was kind of spread out is now all kind of opportunities are arising that are giving us the opportunity to start over again, to choose to do things differently, and we are. So you never want to waste a good crisis. That's a saying that I absolutely love. Never waste a good crisis. I had my own crisis, and I feel like my life is totally redirected. And all the things that were really great about my life are still part of my life. And all the things that were holding me back, even though there was that moment where it was so hard to make that right turn, now everything is kind of coming into place, and it's everything that I always wanted. So sometimes we have to endure some different things in order to get the changes that we want, in life. And it's not something that we would have ever chosen for ourselves, but it's just something that happens. I'm kind of driving around just talking to you, but I'm also figuring out this area and what's around here. It's pretty amazing because there's so many shops and restaurants here in Colorado. So it's really important too for me to just drive around and looky-loo at stuff because I need to know like what's around here. The other cool thing about being Colorado is way more windy than it is in Washington. And like right now, there's not too much wind, but well, actually, yes, there is because I'm looking at these little flags and they are blowing. It's hard to gauge wind when you're looking at bare trees. But anyway, I was filming a couple of videos and my hair was just like, psh. So I thought, oh my goodness, I got to start like incorporating my hats again, which is kind of cool because I love wearing hats. I just, I love my, styling my hair too, but it's a good opportunity now to wear my hats as well. Um, so just keep your eyes open for that, and just remember, you guys, that, you might be going through something really tough and it might be like just the hardest right turn you've ever had in your life. And, maybe you've had a lot of other things that have happened in your life, but what matters is the one that's happening to you right now because you're feeling that, right? And every stage of your life, it's new. There's something new going on, and you have to deal with the feelings at hand. I think I'm going the right way here. Um, so you have to deal with what you're feeling in the moment, no matter you've been through maybe even harder things in your life, but maybe you're at a certain age in your life where it feels really hard because let's face it, there's a lot, it's harder to go through things when you get older, right? Like we stop wanting all this drastic change in our life. I think that's why when people that are 50 or older, or even in their later 40s, and they're going through these massive changes, it's real uncomfortable because we want our life to like kind of flatline into normalcy as far as how we live, right? I'm not saying that we are whatever normal is, right? But I'm just saying we want life to kind of mellow out. That's a better word than normal, because there really is no such thing as normal. Um, we want our life to mellow out. So the older that we get, we want things to just mellow out a lot. So when something drastically happens to us, it's really difficult to get through that. But just remember, with big changes come big rebirths, big comebacks. Let's use the word comebacks. With big changes come big comebacks, and that's what you need to focus on. I always tell all of my students, focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And if there's something going on, create a strategy to fix it and move forward, because so many times people will default on the negative thing that's happening, and that is going to perpetuate you living in it over and over and over again. And everything in life is a choice. You choose this. You may not have chosen the change. Like I didn't choose that my husband was going to divorce me after 20 years. I didn't choose that. But I chose everything after that, because I'm a powerful woman and I have the ability to make my own choices. And so do you. Whether you're a woman or a man, you have the ability after this, whatever big change you may have gone through, you have the ability and the power to make change. And just never doubt that. Okay. So if you're focusing right now on the wrong thing, get your head back on track and focus on what is the solution and what is the strategy that's going to help me get there. Okay. So I just felt like I wanted to share some of this information with you, and maybe just a little bit I wanted to share off my hat. Okay, you guys, I love you. Mwah. Till next time. Ta-ta.